Ladies and gentlemen, so yeah, let's quickly look into these cases here. The cases we have here are those cases here. We have a minute documented here. The brief meeting, which is of course detailing all the evidence. That is, let's say it. Let's just tackle this one. Evidence and then evident and exhibit of course expired. We started working of course Sudan and the telecommunication companies away from all map and its business distribution to the world are residential due to major of course major world map in lakhs, if we talk of that. And then due to the international, that is due to the following reasons. We have reasons one, of course, high market prices everywhere for food, wholesale, so supermarket, UNGA, BEYI, GALI, and then sugar, soda, bakeries, to mention few just and then to of course when we tackle areas of this one, Namibia, let's take an example world exchange rates. uh, my world, do we agree with these exchange rates? So let's take example here. If we're gonna agree with the world exchange rate, so Namibia dollar is 214. Okay, that is nuts. And then if we talk of Canadian dollars, that's roughly $15, 87 cents, right? And then to now, this is the reality here. When we put this one into case, okay, this one into case, and then they become roughly, that is 214,000, okay? Expenditures, which is roughly a salary of a minimum wage of 1 year for a junior accountant. And then you will see that is roughly 15,000 Canadian dollars, $869 72 cents. And then if now we look at this one, this expense here is still the guy doesn't drive there in Namibia, but they are buying an ordinary restaurant food for 4 people. They are buying this much here for this much here at $15. That is what Canadian they are selling $15 in Canada, and then if you buy in Namibia, that's roughly 214 in a restaurant figure. So now let's take example. If with that one we accelerate, you're gonna agree with the world exchange rate, and then what about these accelerations? We said Canadian dollars 7,414,757 dollars. If we exchange it to nuts, that is roughly nuts Namibian dollars. That's 100 millions Namibian dollars. 100 millions. What are you gonna do with that? Of course. And then if we put $1 Canadian, that's roughly 13. That's roughly 13 nuts, 13 Namibian currency, and then that's roughly Kenya, that's roughly 92 Kenyan shillings, and then that's Uganda, that's roughly 2,800 Ugandan shillings. Okay. Let's say this is lack of skills. I was QA right away upon lack of equipments, activation such as phone lines, routers failures, and then do you have activation code or agents got it removed in order to get me monthly bills? That is my question and answer. And then who are the bills? Of course, the bills are Rogers, the departments are Rogers right there. And then we have bells, charters, we have tellers, feeders, voodos, and then ETCs right there. And then if you look on those criteria, and then we further to question 4, and then what are these and what are required to activate any of the market sold home phones, smartphone, high-speed internet, Wi-Fi, modem, routers, digital boxes, and then what do you need in exchange? That is the question here. What do you need in exchange? They are after money first, and then they service you later, or or all packages come with manual information, the basic directing clients, customers, and then who bought these packages, sold from Walmart, Staples, Best Buys, Canadian computers, stores, and then the stores and more. Okay, so to be specific, of course, there is the instruction letter sealed in the package box inside, showing each customer's directions to login codes or have come with the access code number. Okay, access code number provided by manufacturers upon delivery of the goods or service to the residential or commercial. Okay, so let's leave that one. And then who sell you this equipment or the equipments? Of course, retail departments like Walmart, Best Buys, Canadian computers, stores, and then the stores, the Canadian tires, Staples, Krieger, which is very new, which is us here, the Kriegers, or the Iranga, as Iringa, the telecommunications, the TB, which stand for telecommunication no monthly bills. Okay, and then what do you mean evident or exhibit expired? Of course, we mean first know what I am exactly doing in my household each 24/7, 365 zillion years. Okay, what am I doing in zillion years in my households? Am I working or I don't work? That is the situations. And then who can try two seats or at one mouth, of course. As being a caretaker, you are a caretaker. What does $800 times 3, okay, do for you? What will be the balance? Is it the balance must be 0? Are we thinking this is $800 times 3? Is it the balance is 0? Is it that's what we are thinking? So, how do employment tip up at restaurants in these hard time seasons in the world map or Canada of higher inflation rates? So, here, salary wages of restaurants employees or other industrials, do they pay your career as a chef well? Your career as a banker well? Your career as a customer service representative well, your career as a landlady is well, your career as a payroll manager or a CPA, CGA well, your career as accountant or payroll manager well, your career as an police officer or a government well, your career as an sales associate well, do you group for stealing or taking public funding, which had been the exchange for purchases into hidden fee? We are now back to the root or not yet? Is it more blames or troubles? These are all wondering questions because we are answering questions and answer QA. Okay. Yes, every workplace does well backup payment as the first and last shift were made well per employment sectors or industrials, any kind of anywhere or any world map or locations, they get paid. Okay, we care a lot for each employees in our sectors of employment, either Canadian companies owned employees or foreign companies employees, unless you group to be stealing people fund for liquor basis or irinyaru endowments. Okay, that is to do like irinyaru endowments. When we talk called irinyaru endowments, we basically means and refer, okay, free sittings that you are making. Maybe you are playing dominoes or you are playing card dish and you are wasting your money at the lottery game. Okay, vote the right leaders, right parties, and then think and back up SDF Sudan, the East African community, so that such hustlers ensued and buy problems in our world map. Current experts say inbound and outbound calls can no longer be expensive and may either cause solution someone same. Okay, same using iPhone home lines are conditional as a Canadians, USA residents. Technologies can switch your block lines back to business and services for hands and for hands calm down, okay, and then Wade Krieger, and then Iranga, which is this guy here, Krieger and Iranga, which is right there as Iringa telecommunications company to switch things around for you. If those are all the conditions here, otherwise board members and directors of the board, chairmen of the boards, and also the members of the international committees, ladies and gentlemen, protocols are all observed. Otherwise, that is vis-a-vis bring us to the end of that readings there. That is a brief documentations concerns to this matter here. This guy here, which is the internet, high-speed internet, and then that was this guy here. The evidence is right there. The white cable that you think, which is connecting this guy here, the TV. Okay, the TV, and then they're all costly, their money, and then that is the faces issues there we're having, and then the guy here, which is this line here, which is for the phone, for this kind of phone to ring and then to be able to dial the numbers. So those numbers there for you to call, to be able to be answer, which they are calling inbound and outbound calls, to receive and then to call. Okay, they need those numbers, and then they are very costly, of course. And when we answer some questions, of course, this is a phone. This is a brand new phone, and then those phones here, how to get the lines connected. That is the problems. Do we really, if we have these manuals, we talk of the manuals, of course, and you can see the manual is right there. This is a manual, which is they are calling manual, users manual. Okay, the questions is asked right there, and then the phone information is right there. Everything is right there on the manual, how to connect all these cases, but this manual cannot do all the service. There is one thing. They are needing access code. There is access code. The access code is not in my computer. It's not yet here in our computer. They did not provide it to our computer. They did not show it into our computers. The other areas which we are saying is removed by those agent. This kind of agent, that is maybe the phone company agents. Okay, those departments, we have agents. Their name is here on the list somewhere right there. You can see this kind of agents. These are the agents. This is agent, that is agent, that is agent, and then this is agents. You see those agents? That is agents. They are the one who remove it because they want to build you to your house. They build you money. They call money out of you, and then they will tell you you pay any amount back to us. You pay amount to us, and then there, once you pay the amount, that is when they get the money to their bank account, from your bank account to their bank account, and then they get your service running. Okay, that is when we mean it. I think you understand a little bit there. This is just to come and make our conference more acceptable and more convenience. Okay, so we are just giving you a tips out of this one so that this conference may be more delighted, more understandable in the next episode. So otherwise, by me there, of course, Wayne Hassan is a tone detailing these minutes, which has been thoroughly documented, concerns to the walk away of the telecommunication companies, and then to the wrong map of the Sudan. Okay, and the wrong map of the Sudan, which you see there, that is the new map which we have, the reasons we are walking them away. We have this map, we are delighted with that map. And then we have another map right there, 7, which is stand on the East African community right there. You can see there, we saw you people several times that map, particular map right there. And if we are to open those cases, the reasons for TB, this is the TB, the telecommunications, you can see monthly no bills rental here by TBs. And then we have case SEPs, which is the Kiriga stores, which will sell, of course, video cameras, TV, Wi-Fi is right there, iPhone is right there, home phone is right there, and then they can sell it for you $20 each of these one here without monthly payment. And then because how many years you people you've been paying for those services, many years. And then when we talk of SDF, this is SDF. The SDF has the right to walk away South Sudan. That is what the minute detail here. And then the I, which is the Iringa, which is the Iranga, okay, since the alcohol ages. Okay, this I here stand for since the alcohol ages, or since the mentalities of the alcohol ages. So that is the I. And then the role the eyes plays here plays majorly a lot of roles. And then that is basically dealing basically with all the basic requirement they needed to sell all kind of retails. That's wholesales, online orders, they have it all there. We show you. And then the vis-a-vis, the CVD, and then the wall map, which we were saying. The strengths we have right there, we have Sudan map right there placed on the roll. And then there we have a lot of idle Sudan map right there. You can see the original copy of the Sudan map, which will walk away that fake map, of course, away from the wall map. And if you look here, whatever we Google, and then we look further with what is required on the Google map here. We go with the map distributions, then particularly map, okay. And then, of course, the map can show you and can show me, can show whoever, everyone, okay? You can see that is the fakeness we are talking about, which will walk this guy here off from running this kind of service. The service here, you can see this guy here is right there. This is the guy we're going to walk away from here, from blocking this line here. We want to open this line, that is the guy we're going to walk away. And then to ensure that this Sudan map here is better looking and then better back to normal. If it's looking like that is the one causing the market price rising and up, people never quit accelerating, because if this guy can do, and then everybody say that they can do it. And then that's why there is no cooperation, no at all understanding there. Misunderstanding is coming from the map right there. That is the big severe issues. That's why an affair with the SDF was implemented due to that allegations, and then that regards. Otherwise, if you look basically to this one, to the affair of these telecommunications, and then their collapse is basically due to the also evidence that we provided, because they are overbilling. They deal with the $90. They don't want to deal with the $17 per month for bills. That is too much.